What's up, guys? It's Ramon from NyneBlockGaming&Collectibles coming at you with another review. Today we have the reissue slash new Darth Maul Star Wars Episode 1. I think this is for the 25th anniversary for The Phantom Menace. So we got Qui-Gon Jinn with that release, and we also got a Jar Jar Binks that was announced on April Fool's Day. But currently have this one. I will show this guy off. I'll do a short comparison and a short between Qui-Gon and Maul. But for now, let's check this guy out. As you can see, clear clamshell. The additional things that he gets are his little droid and double swinging lightsaber actions. Outside of that, everything else that comes with this Maul is going to be the same as the original, outside of the hooded, wired, draping hood. I don't know what to call it. Sorry, I'm drawing a blank. But it is a jacket of sorts that comes with him. Here is the outside. This shows Qui-Gon and Darth Maul going head to head. Here you have your little droid with a stand. His hooded figure. Side you have Star Wars Phantom Menace with your typical Tamashii Nation sticker here. And your bottom you have this. So let's get this guy open. And so in the back you have the draped hooded piece that comes with Maul. I don't know why I'm having such a hard time putting a name to that. And then we have Maul himself, and flexible down here. I have the original. See if there's any noticeable differences. I don't think there really are. The horns are different colors. The red is a little less bright. The belt looks a little more brown instead of gray. And the blacks maybe a little shinier. Outside of that, not much difference with him. So we'll quickly go over articulation. Had to look up that far, tucked down in the chest that far. You do get slight side to side, will almost freely rotate around. There is a double joint neck and head, both have a joint. His arms go up into a T pose. You have a bicep swivel here. It's an odd placement with a butterfly joint. You get a double jointed elbow that gets blocked. It might only be a single joint, unsure, but it gets plenty of range. Wrist peg, standard Tamashii wrist peg. You can freely rotate it 360 at the hand, and it will move wherever you need it to be. There, at the ab crunch, hardly gets any movement at all because of all the plastic we have up top. It goes this far. That's it. Leg, again, because of everything we have down here, only kicks up that high. That's forcing it. Really forcing it to get that high. Back, that high. And double jointed knee that will bend that far. No boot cut. You got ankle rotation. It'll freely move 360 front and back. And a toe hinge. At the diaphragm, we don't really get side to side. There's just like slight tilt in there, but it's Darth Maul. He doesn't bend too much in the short term time that we do see him in the movie. Now, one thing I find odd is his nose is extremely shiny with the paint, but everywhere else is very dull. So going down The line on his nose is incredibly shiny. Okay. Now, here is your droid you get with him. Paint apps look incredible. I don't think there's any articulation. You get your hole down here for the stand, which simply plugs in like that. So you get that guy. Here's your second teeth gritting head sculpt you get. Again, the red, people pointed this out, but the red flesh with the tips is odd that the entirety isn't horns, or the vast majority of it is. Like, here's the old one. You see there's much more horn than there is red. New one is much more red than it is horn. I think the OG is a little more accurate for Darth Maul than the newer release as far as those horns are concerned. You get two slightly opened hands. And you get two saber holding hands. And then two alternate saber holding hands. One's fingers out a little more, the other one the finger is closed with the rest of the hand. Both have the holes to be able to fit the saber in. And then the newer additions, we have the swinging saber. And you get two of those, which did not come with the original release. You also get this plastic stand to put the droid on. And you get Darth Maul's dual-bladed saber. Which can be broken down into two, and he can dual-wield sabers or single-wield a dual-bladed saber. However you prefer to have Maul. Now let's open up the drape hood and see how it looks on him. Excellent addition for this newer figure, as he is so like that in the show. I'm going to say right now it does look kind of odd, the way it has two different types of material. This is a flexible, and then we have just like a velvet. Slightly odd choice there to go two different materials. I don't remember it looking anything like that in the show, and I don't know why they oversize these things so much. But yeah, I don't think it looks good on him in the slightest. Look at this thing. Why is the arm so big? Does his arm come through here? Like, what is the sense of that at all? I do not understand. Like, there's a hole for his arm to go through, and what do? Just tuck it in the back? I do not understand the purpose of that. What do you tie it in the back or what? So I mean, it looks slightly good when it's like this, but I don't understand the flaps here at all. Any input on the video as to why Tamashii chose to make these sleeves like that? I would be very interested in knowing. So when they are down by his sides, it looks good here with the drapes. That looks good. I don't get it. I don't remember it being like that in the movie. I could be wrong, but to me it looks ridiculous. It's essentially using more material than needed for a purpose that looks ridiculous in hand. You get a wire that goes up through here, a wire that goes up through the hood, so you can pose the cape like so, and there is a wire that goes around the bottom here. But again, look at that, with the arm raised up. You really have to go with like a certain type of pose to make this even look relatively good with the hood on. Like arms down by its side, even there, like that looks ridiculous. And I'm very disappointed because one of the main things that drew me towards the repurchase of this figure were the hooded sweatshirt and looking at the photos, you can't really see those arms like that, but you can. So slightly disappointed. Again, I mean, with this on there, these should have been wired so you can like get them out of the way. But if his arms aren't down by his side, it looks pretty bad. There they're by his side, it looks fine. Raise it up a little bit, you get that. And not being wired, you can't really get them out of the way. Now I have to rewatch the battle between... I don't know. I don't think he had the cape when he battled. I think it was when he was riding around on a speeder that he was wearing this. But regardless, I'm going to have to rewatch those parts to see if he had some ridiculous long sleeve on. But... yep, guys, that is it for the review. This Darth Maul, I'm going to give a 8 out of 10. The horns would have made it a 9, and the cape would have made it a 9 had it been a little better, like I said, wired, so you can remove those out of the way. I hope Qui-Gon Jinn's cape, which you can see is actually a little more accurate. It goes over the arms, but that'll be next. And yeah, sorry for fumbling a little bit while going over the hood, but it's just not something I currently like. I will do a short video for the comparison between the two, so we can look at the two Mauls side by side, see what differences there are. Stay tuned for that. And then after I review Qui-Gon Jinn, I'm going to do a battle short on images between Darth Maul and Qui-Gon Jinn. Maybe Qui-Gon Jinn will win this time. Not sure. Maybe he'll get sliced in half, fall down a pit. Kind of like what happened to Maul, but Maul survived that. But alright, guys, if you like the video, please hit that like. If you like content from me, please subscribe to the channel, hit that thumbs up, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell to be notified as I release, and hang out, chat, leave comments, watch the short videos. And don't forget, I have a giveaway going. It is currently a Dragon Ball Z giveaway. There's going to be Star Wars, Magic the Gathering, Pokemon, all sorts of giveaways in the future after that one goes off. But, alright guys, see you in the next one. Later.